It took me 20 years of therapy to learn this, so maybe this video will save you some time. If you, like me, were punished harshly in your childhood for making a mistake or not living up to the expectations set by a parent, teacher, coach, or some other authority figure, you likely also internalized it as this punishment is about my failure. But here's the thing, it probably wasn't. More likely, it's that they took personally your performance as a measure of their worth. Instead of seeing you as an independent person learning and growing, you became an extension of them. So when you didn't meet their internal standards, you also became a threat to their belief that they were good enough. And the only way they could think of to stop that discomfort was to treat you in the same way they would have likely treated themselves for failing. Because think of it this way, if you really wanted someone you were supporting to succeed, in what universe would it make sense to punish them, criticize them, make them feel worthless? That would obviously make things worse. Unfortunately, in this case, the goal isn't just to support their children, even though that is the stated one and it's likely sincere. It is also to self soothe their own feelings of worthlessness and inadequacy through your performance. Psychologists call this contingent self worth. And the parenting practice that comes with it has a name too, conditional regard. And to be clear, wanting someone to succeed is not the problem here. The problem is when that support so easily morphs into blame, rejection, and abandonment based on performance. This has all come up for me in the last couple months as I was stressing about upcoming fencing tournaments. If you know anything about my background, I used to fence competitively as a kid, and it holds a lot of trauma for me, which is a whole other story. A big contributing factor to that was a terrible fencing coach who would withhold private lessons if I didn't perform to his completely unstated standards. Even though I eventually switched clubs and was able to work with an amazing fencing coach in my later teens, that conditionality and lack of predictability still lived in my body. I never really resolved my performance anxiety, and I ended up quitting fencing at 19. Fast forward 15 years, and I decided I wanted to heal by going back into the sport. And let me tell you, it has been humbling. First of all, I'm nowhere as strong and fast as I used to be. Plus, I'm constantly getting beat by teenagers. But it's all been worth it to work with the coach I have now. Win or lose, and no matter how badly my performance anxiety wrecks my bouts, his commitment to teaching me and helping me improve does not waver. Now, that isn't to say he has no expectations for me. He does. But he can hold those alongside unconditional positive regard, because my performance is not tied to his measure of self worth. And that is the kind of healthy relationship we all deserve. But it's also really rare because it really takes self work and a lot of healing to be able to invest in someone else's growth for them rather than for your own validation.